Right, new episode. And I still wait for my death as I'm 60, but then again, it's usually around 60 some odd years old. That's when you usually pass away. But not if I die before I finish that book. And not to mention change the succession law. So that way the youngest will have to be the next heir, and then lustful. You really want to get that fertility. If there's something going on with you, you don't have any lovers, nobody seduced you. Otherwise, you're going to end up like that person who died in bedridden and infirm due to her old age. Once again, Croatia expands again. And you are giving me a hard time trying to get this threat level down for your expansions. Alright, let's spend some money on hospital buildings. Look at history. It used to be prosperous, but now it's not because of negligence. Oh, big money. Alright, look, I really don't mind too much about my vassals continuing to expand into other areas, which I really could care less about. I mean, we've expanded into southern Italy, and into parts of Egypt and Libya. But my real target would be against the Seljuks for Croatia. Seljuks, so we could take that. It's for the de jure part of Persia. Assuming if there are Persian people still around, because it's becoming full of Turks now. Oh dear. This is what I get for pissing them off like in the last episode. And it seems we're getting rid of the heretics now. Won't be for long. Won't be long till they're all gone. My nephew Tomislav has been killed. Oh yeah, sure. Let's see. Okay, I'm still waiting for my death, and then things will get interesting again. But at least I'll be knowing that at least I've died a nice person. Most of the time, up until that last episode, we basically murdered 2 people who were kings of Greece. Only because it was ruled by a Navarre, and we don't want a Navarre running a Greek throne. Greeks for Greeks. And yet the Senulatovic holds this particular kingdom. But what can I do about it? They're my dynasty. I can't kill them. That would be kinslaying. What's going on with you? What's the matter with Italy? You can beat these guys. Also, I've realized that I basically lived throughout the entire life without changing a focus, and that's a war focus. I can't duel this person. I don't know what she was my rival for. Murdered close... Oh, she was your son. Oh. I see. God damn it, you have the strongest military in Western Europe, and yet you can't even defeat those rebels. Don't even know what the hell you're doing. So I'm coming over there. Which I'm just checking the place out. Yeah, we're not at war, we're just observing. Now we should get into it. You could ask for my help if you're having problems like this. $70,000. Jeez. And Greece took the Aegean Islands, so... the new Chinese Mongolian Emperor of China, you could say. He opened China, takes special interest in eunuchs, but frowns upon Iranian cultures. Okay. He doesn't like Iranians, but hey, Zoroastrianism was an Iranian religion here in this playthrough. And now it's uniquely Croatian. If I got a eunuch, then I'll be sure to get you one somehow. Why not him? Why don't you take him? Nope. Better I do. You stay right there. God damn it. Oh, blast it! I wasted that money for nothing. Well, I didn't see what was his skills for hiring this guy. Quick-minded, eh? Hey! Hold on. I got you something. Marry there. There, you got it. I got you a quick-minded person. Hopefully you'll give birth to quick children. Perhaps that was a good investment after all. Now I'm stressed. I was about to say... Oh man. Waste all this super amount of money to get a new holding? Well, as much as screwy as my reign has been over the last few years. Alright, let's do it! Stop right there. Yeah, this is gonna take a while to figure this out. Alright, you idiot. You bankrupt the Empire. corruption and criminals will plague my counties, but I will try. I will try to get all that money back, guaranteed. More money for the Jews because I do not want to expel them, even though I will get all that money back. But they've been good to me. What else? What else? What else? What else? I need some more money. Whatever that's left. Where's my trade to? Alright, you got 600 gold, so I demand all that money to me. Keep going. The fate of our empire is at stake. This is why you gotta give it all to me. Some of which I've given to you, but in a time of crisis, you gotta give your liege money, or else. And please be Zoroastrian at least. And for even more cost-cutting measure, do not reinforce. Which will only have this just to deal with a revolt war, and we'll reinforce again. We'll reinforce again once we get out of the budget deficit. Get out of debt. Look at all that corruption. This will take a couple of months. Not more bad. How bad? Castamir of Duvno has been discovered charging money for religious fairs, putting gold in his own pocket. Did you now? Okay. We're gonna imprison you. We're gonna imprison you, and we're gonna ransom you. And I cannot be paying that sort of thing. Hang on. Hang on. That's the best you've got. Okay, know that. Get back to Mosul. The realm has fallen upon hard times and treasure is empty, but the wine cellar is full of valuable vintages that have been collected by my predecessors. Although it would be a sign of my failure to mention my prayers, it would be possible to pay back a portion of my debt by selling my rarest wines. It's for the best. Some were drunk, but they're all gone. So, just doing whatever. There. What's the strategy? Storm. Hurry up and siege it, damn it! Hey, look, there's varums in there. There's money in them. Just a few months, okay? We'll be out of here. How much money does my trade master have? Not much now. Oh boy, incompetent ruler they're giving me. Oh, we're gonna have ants. Okay, we're out of debt, but at what cost? The status quo in China is over. Popular uprisings have broken out in Nanjing, and large groups of disgruntled peasants have taken up arms, led by ambitious eunuchs. Trade has been hobbled along the Silk Road, and China will not be able to defend its tributary states. Interesting. Are they overthrowing the Tengri in Mongol? He's still Tengri, right? No religion? Yes. Oh, get back home. And build a war chest. I could extort subjects, so... Jeez. Always a Slavic pagan and a mystic. You know what? Don't do it. Look, you can get the money back. Take it easy. Don't get too greedy. Just take it easy. At least I still have my garden. Okay, now we could pay all the money to the Jews back. Sorry. And reinforce our guys up again. Our income will be slow but surely. I've honestly would have preferred to die happy. Greece, Slovakia, Bulgaria, Anatolia. Are you nuts? At a time like this? How many troops do we have? 40,000 against 62, but we might lose someone away. This is what I get for all the murdering and the dam. Although you could just not be fighting a civil war and just up the council power, which will no longer be in imperial autocracy. Oh, that means they'll be empowered. Okay, fine. Because I'm in no mood for a civil war right now, especially after a time like this. But I can have 2 advisors with me. I'm sure in due time we'll have a council where I gotta get everybody loyal, and then I'll go back to being imperial autocracy. But now it's a despotic imperial autocracy. So yeah, there's been a reform in this country ever since we bankrupted the empire. Alright. The Annals of Senulatovic. The Annals of Senulatovic. Any contemporary family of Empress Natasha are honored to find their name included in this extravagant chronicle of their house, even if only the Empress herself who features in these illustrations. That's pretty good. Pretty good book. Much better than the story of my aunt or whatever that nonsense is. It's Dynasty Opinion. Okay, that's a better book. I gotta give that away somehow. Again, another reason why I chose to prevent a civil war is because look at the amount of money. We just barely recovered, and if we're fighting all this, we would go bankrupt again. That's another reason why I did not want to fight a civil war for the increase of council power. Just let them give in the demands, And when that time comes, I'll get back at him. When I get the absolute rule back. Not me, Natasha, but the next one. Srinka, I guess. Huh. I don't know if she'll live long. But I would prefer Sada. I would definitely prefer her. Duchy of Nicaea is no longer part of it, and it's part of Bulgaria, not Greece. Actually, you should move that crown focus to split now. Okay. There we go, you built yourself a war chest. What are that person you've married? Well, no, not married yet. I'm talking about the other one. He's a rich person, right? Case auditor player, then hey, at least you got a money man in the family. Just to improve our economy any further. Should build that city right now. Oh yeah, right now. Can't beat a demonic plague, that's bullshit. There's no plague around here. Unless I somehow got it. Much like, you know, you could get rabies out of nowhere. Oh dear, I think I realized I could have the same fate as my oldest. I believe that was the guy. I could die of chest pains. I mean, look, I'm up in that age. That could happen to me. There, no more Kuzmatas. The heretics are gone. Oops. When is this done? Next couple of months. Stop. Oh yeah, it's all grown up now. Here you go. That's a handsome young man. Well, he's not really, doesn't have the Avar features. Somehow, I guess they must have integrated with Russians. Host? Who's after you? Oh, Mongols. They're after Russia again. I'll definitely help you. They're up there. Head to Moscow. Not been treated recently. What treatment? You didn't give me nothing. Not a quick child. Alright, let me see the names. The names I have not used. Oops, that's female names. I'm looking this up on notes, mind you. Just looking. What have I not used? Here's something strong. strong Slavic name, and it's kind of widely used. I doubt it. Good old Vladimir. It's a commonly used Slavic name. Well, she finally kicked the bucket. And too bad the handsome young man just didn't get quite it, but at least you're married to this person now. All I could say is, thank goodness I got a slightly better heir in mind. Key term, slightly better. Skill-wise. Leah's gone. He's done a lot for us. The cancer got the best of him too. He will definitely be missed. A lot of people dying in this episode, and I think very soon I might be next. And as far as scoring goes with the prestigious party, that makes me, despite my flaws, I'm the second greatest ruler of the Empire of Croatia's history, first being Jadranka. City. The city of Obrovac. Vladimir is the first mayor of that city, and he's a scholar, but he's not a gentleman. Oh yeah, the old bastard child. I'll assign you to Guardian with the post stewardship. Here, take Boyan with you. Took care of them. Now let's go get these guys. What is this war for again? Karlia. Taking back what was lost. There. You're all safe now. We'll be up here if you need our help again. Unless Italy needs something. Yeah, I'm sure they'll be fine. But that keeps our moral authority up, right? Yeah. What did I tell you? Now Greece is going to Tripoliana. Ania. You just won't stop expanding, can't you? Let me keep it up like that, I might as well give you independence. And make it a tributary. So that way we can coexist and help you with whatever you need. And it's also wood to help to go to lower the threat. Hey, take him. He ain't doing nothing. And I can get the good graces. And, do that in a moment. obviously. Yep, he didn't die. He left the old life behind to travel to the Chinese Empire. But remember, they can't cure my chest pain, so at any given moment I'll die. Huh. Just like my oldest. I'm surprised Chang Dong, the warrior, has been with me throughout many wars. Not to mention, older than me. Looking for places where I can sage without getting all these penalties from winter. But yet, that's the risk you ought to take if you want to win the damn war. You still have your missing limbs? They never give you a golden hand or peg leg, anything like that? Those are artifacts, mind you. Split prospers. For some time now, the county of Split has served as an unofficial training ground for my armies, as there's plenty of open space on which to train and abundant food to feed the troops. A group of senior officers now petitioned me for money in order to erect an official regimental camp in the county. Oh, just barely. More levies is good levies. You know, stronger the empire. And we got most of the money. Thank you, steward. I was about to say, oh gee, to face more of those guys now. I was about to say, would you mind coming off that damn mountain? Well, after you take this holding, because, you know, severely losing our retinue there, which I'm sure Italy can handle it. I mean, how many troops does your enemy have? You have 32, and the enemy has 16. Yeah, you'll do fine. Let's just take this one holding and we'll get out of here. Why do you need advanced equipment? You're a mystic. As I stated many times, you don't need my help. You can do this. Well, we're just gonna go home and hope you win, because we've done enough. Not to mention the war scores 84, 87 now. King of Serbia. Gee, why don't I go to disease-ridden areas? I wonder if I can get, oh, I don't know, killed out there by getting sick. Oh, you maniac. What are you doing? You're not even thinking straight. Especially you're taking all these crazy paths. And back again. I don't think it would be generally advisable to have, you know, him getting sick. I mean, he's not very best. I'm just doing this to myself. Sorry, personal matter. I want to die. I feel like I've done enough. I've outlived my usefulness, and it's her time now. It's the young buck's time. This is gonna be a while before I get any more symptoms other than chest pains. Look at him go to all these different directions. Oh, I didn't know my son ran that county. By the Duke of Glitch. Who runs the Duchy of Peryaslav? Well, I guess you then. Let's say, wait, what ethnicity are you? Russian, okay. Originally Fletch, but you turned Russian. Now we have Russians in our empire. Give him. Just let it happen. What can you do about it? I mean, at least she has a family and a grandson. Regimental grounds and split. Didn't we have that in our capital county? Yes, we do. How's that? I didn't know Goran ran that area. So what the hell is the matter with you? Talking about the king of Anatolia. What's the matter with you? Why do you keep doing that? It only leads you to your end. We're almost to below 50%. That would mean that we can declare war against them, but you gotta pay attention of how many of the Muslim Defense Pact are against me at this time. But I think it would be better if you declare that war as long as the Seljuk not part of that pact. Otherwise, it would be a challenge to take Kurdistan to get our holy site. It's just to help our moral authority go sky high. You know, it'll be 10% each. Can I get you? This always fails, because I have tributaries. It's taking them so long. Where did it come from? Oh, Belgrade. That's where consumption started. Screaming arrows, and it's second trial. Several of these missiles misfired. One striking the engineer dead, and the other nearly killing their own Svabod. Did he not? He got wounded. And also came up with a betrothal for my grandson to the Princess of Bohemia. And yeah, she's the heir of it, but just once they produce another child, and then we do know for a fact that it'll be okay. It does not mean I would have a claim on Bohemia. If I did, then I would have to get that down for myself and give it to the Czech. About to be below 50%, which we can declare war, but at a risk of facing other Muslims. I'm just waiting for the time when the Seljuk leaves the defensive pact, and then we can swoop in. And speaking of swooping in, something that we did just like the last one. Get it positioned over there. Oh, twins. Look, I see the other one named Radomir. I mean, I'm not being original here. Just rather use some old names. So you got Radomir and Radomir. Hey, there's some meanings behind these two Slavic names, if you get them both. Temujin. Kagan Temujin. Not Genghis Khan Temujin, that was his grandfather. That's Temujin, the other one. He's not the Scourge of Zervan that we faced many years ago. Which, by the way, it's been 40 years, I think. Gee, nearly 40 years. Don't I feel old? I mean, of course you are. You're 68. And I need to be dead, damn it. Greece is taking this area and immediately went on another war. Non-stop, don't you? But it's a revoking war. Something he was doing. This series is going to get exciting again once we have a new ruler. Look, I've done it all. I've done a lot of great things. I'm considered second greatest ruler in Croatia's history in terms of accomplishments such as expansion into the Middle East and defending against the Mongols and helping out the tributaries and among other things. But the only negative is you bankrupt the empire once and you murdered somebody twice. And you let the world know. Mosul's now finally Zoroastrians, long overdue. Where's Armobat? There you are. Padishah is the name of that Seljuk title. Waiting for him to get out of the pact, and then they're going to be annihilated, these large armies. We're going to do that same procedure just like last time. Pregnant again. And you've yet to have a quick-minded child. Also, mind you, this succession law is for the youngest, so when I play as that kidder, I gotta switch it back to normal. And then in the next ruler, I gotta switch it back to agnatic cognatic and stop this craziness. I remember. council. Not enough supporters. Especially when you got those two, yeah. I gotta cheat my way out of this. Nothing against you, Serbia, but I found somebody better. Who else? Boy on your toe. Gee. First time for everything. Yep, we're doing this just to screw the council over. Because it needs to go back to ruler, because eventually we'll go back to absolute rule. I basically ran out of names on the list to use, so I might as well start using random ancestor names. So I can have more choices of what could come up for me. That sounds good for the name of that kid. A bunch of sons that I have. I'd rather have the oldest. And that would mean all these sons are going to the academy in the future. Sardinia. Oh, that area there. Yeah, I'm sure you can defeat them. Oh, actually, that's a challenge. Which will definitely respond. No, no, no. Back home. That's where you're all going. Not just that area, but this area too. There's a lot of them in there. Just leave our cavalry in the Middle East. They'll have to stay in Mosul. We'll get our boats up soon, which I'll have to make that naval rally point over there as well. Not again. It was around this time 10 years ago I said, I think this is about time that I'm gonna die, but why is my life being prolonged? Sometimes I wish I could just get depressed and just kill myself. But would that be a good way for the demise of this great empress? Actually, should have moved to Zadar because the supply limit is higher, and it's because of that damn highway robber band that's still there. And I guess that means we have to move the naval rally point to Zadar. Well, get to these ships now. In time, we will have to split them up. Split them up into 4 army groups. And they will all be on ships. So we have to drop them off at a few different points there. Or never mind. Never mind, war's over. Man, Greece is taking more and more land. Non-stop. What's his threat level? How does he get away with that? Taking all of North Africa, might as well. Yes, all of Tunis. And I guess it'll stop short there before, you know, they have to fight them, and take the rest of Egypt, and all that. Again, in the future, it's quite possible that I might give Greece independence, and subsequently I will make it a tributary state. Like, if he needs help with anything, I'll be glad to. Why would I want to do that? I think I see having a benefit of Greece. And yet, when you look here... Oh, where's Greece? Well, the amount of levies they give me. See? Well, can't really get rid of it yet. I mean, there are still other masters you have to serve. Especially when you face the Seljuk, our ultimate enemy. Turbo is now Zoroastrian. Senjar's next. Just looking. That's your educator. I think I see in the faith, and I do see him being taught by Mobad, or whoever our Mobad would be. Looking for a good one, not a cruel Herbad. What's the matter with you? Who's the most pious of all Herbads? Like, who's a good one? Because clearly none of you are. Gee, our priests corrupt as of late, have they? Well, I guess we could try him. If my son grows up to be cruel, it'll be your head. What do you mean it'll be your head? It'll be my head first as soon as I pass away. There, now we can fight without any other things facing us. Do my eyes deceive me? The Padishah is not part of the pact. He's busy with his war, which he'll sure most likely win. Oh, gee. We know he's fighting an invasion war, which means his armies are already fully assembled, but they're currently losing at the moment. We could try to roam wild in there. And how much do the Byzantines have? How could they sustain so many? And fighting all these things. Well, then again, there's a revolt. Vicious rumors, too. Matter of fact, does the council even... The council has no say over war. That's my decision, not their decision. I'm the one who's trying to overthrow the council and go back to absolute rule. So, I'm going to cut this short right now, because on the next episode, you're going to see this war, and we are going to clean their clocks. And we'll get to Kurdistan and have our first holy site under Zoroastrian control as a way of upping our moral authority up once more. And then we'll be one step closer, and then the next big war will be against the Seljuks for the control of Persia eventually. Assuming if there's still any Persian culture left, because I would love to install a Persian king there and give him independence. I decided just give him independence because I'm feeling generous. I'm not sure if he knows how to do the restore priesthood and all this sort of thing and whatnot. Yeah. So till then, so long for now.